We begin in the Northwest Territories, where residents of Yellowknife have finally begun their return home.
Looking forward to my own bed and a shower.
It's been a trip, I'm telling you. Whew. I think it's a little bit too long.
But it's not too bad overall, so far.
You're almost home.
Yes.
3 weeks ago, more than 20,000 people were asked to leave the city due to wildfires. The CBC's Aaron Collins is on the scene for us, and he joins me now. So, Aaron, what is it like where you are right now?
Yeah, I kind of feel, David, a little bit like those folks we were just hearing from. We drove up from Calgary, which is the same path that a lot of those evacuees would have been taking as they made their way slowly back home. So you're looking at like a 20-hour drive, and then a lot of people were lining up at dawn to sort of get to that blockade and then get into the city. And so some people even sleeping in ditches. There's that real desire to get to their own bed, to get a shower, that kind of thing. And then you get into town, and it's kind of like you've gotten to a college campus or back to high school a couple days early. It looks normal, but it's just not quite full yet, right? So the roads are a little bit half empty, and the shopping malls and the grocery stores are not quite full. So it's a bit eerie almost, right? I mean, it's getting back to normal. It's slowly filling up, but something's a little bit off. And you can tell what that thing that's off is just by inhaling, because man, there's a lot of smoke still in the air here, and obviously that's because there's a heck of a lot of fires still burning. Okay,
I'm going to get to that in a minute, but the city, it's empty, but what kind of condition is it in? Like, what sort of Yellowknife are the residents returning to?
Well, in a lot of ways, they're returning to the city they left. They're going to notice a few things that are different. There's a lot of like sort of scars around the community where fire breaks were put in. But in general, I mean, this community escaped unscathed when you think about the kind of peril it was in. I mean, they didn't lose homes, and no one, thank goodness, lost their lives. They're coming back to a functioning airport, a functioning hospital, stocked grocery store shelves. I mean, mostly things are back to normal, and you're going to be speaking to the mayor later. She's telling people the things that aren't back to normal yet, be patient, it's coming. So what are those things? Well, the liquor stores aren't open, and if you've been on the road for 20 hours, you might be wishing you could get a cold beer. That's not happening right away, but over the next couple days it will be. And if you're a parent at the end of summer and you're waiting for your kids to go back to school, that's not happening right away either. That's not happening till next week. So a few things standing out as like a little bit different, but in general, this is a functioning city, and they're coming back home to kind of the home they left.
As you say, not back to normal, but remarkable given the urgency of the emergency that the city has survived as intact as it has. But you say, Aaron, there's still smoke in the air. So what's the status of the other fires burning in the territory?
Yeah. Well, I think this is important to think about the scale, right? There's 241 fires still burning in the Northwest Territories. 241. It's incredible. I mean, this is the most intense, the most extreme, the most unprecedented wildfire season this part of the world has ever seen, that Canada's ever seen. And it's not done with this place yet, right? So you got Hay River, you got other communities that are still out. So as people from Yellowknife are rolling back in, there's other people going, well, when's it our turn? And they don't know. And they don't know because if you think about Hay River, over the long weekend, I was speaking with wildfire officials today. The fire there got like a third of a kilometer from their hospital. We're talking about a few football fields. These people are still fighting like tooth and nail to keep the fire out of communities. So this isn't over yet, and those folks don't know when they're going to be going home, and the smoke is still in the air. So that's kind of what you're left thinking. Things look eerily, normal, but you can tell they're not yet.
Okay, Aaron, great stuff. Thanks so much. That's the CBC's Aaron Collins with us tonight.